here today to talk to you about conserving energy and the reasons why this is a problem which we must take immediate steps in solving for the betterment of future generations. This is a problem which will get progressively worse if we do not begin to take steps to stop it. Do you like seeing cities like this, or wildlife, or any forests like this, or wildlife like this? We must take immediate action to preserve the earth and make the world a better place for the future of mankind. Today I'd like to share with you how energy inefficient we as Americans are today. I'd also like to share with you the consequences of these oil-consuming actions, and to show you some easy ways which would help conserve energy and save you money in the ever-growing oil consumption war. The United States is one of the world's leaders in oil consumption presently. We use oil to heat our homes, our water, run our cars, produce our electricity, and to make many products such as plastic and paint. According to the Energy Information Administration, or EIA, currently the United States consumes 19.6 million barrels per day of oil. The EIA also shows that America alone consumes more than 25% of the world's daily total oil supply. The analysis I conducted in class shows that 90% of us do not turn off our computers when not in use. The average computer uses anywhere from 60 to 400 watts while running. So with a simple equation, we can determine how much power and money is wasted by running a quality computer for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. An average computer uses roughly around 300 watts. So you would multiply that times 24 hours a day over 1,000 to get you kilowatts. Multiply that by 365 days a year. This would be how many kilowatt hours you would have. The state average per kilowatt hour is 12 cents per hour. Multiply that by 12 cents per hour. This is how much money you could save per year just by shutting off your computer. The future for oil in the world looks to be more and more dim as oil consumption rates continue to increase. According to an article written by BBC News in 2006, world demand for oil is set to increase by 37% by 2030. That is an average increase of 1.54% of oil consumption per year, despite its increase in price, which I guarantee will continue to rise. In an article by Future News, oil is estimated to reach a whopping $320 per barrel in 2020 compared to its $95 per barrel average of 2008. CNN News averages the price per gallon in December of 2008 to be $1.72 per gallon of regular grade fuel. Just imagine how high gas prices will be when a barrel reaches $320 per barrel. The consumption of oil in America and around the world is at an all-time high and will continue to rise if we sit back and do nothing about it. The consequences of oil consumption will affect wildlife for years to come. According to the Conservation Science Institute, a smaller oil spill at the wrong time or wrong season in a sensitive environment may prove much more harmful than a larger spill at another time of the year in another or even the same environment. In 1976, an oil spill of less than 10 tons killed over 60,000 long-tailed ducks in the Baltic Sea. A similar incident in 1989 involving 40,000 tons of oil in Alaskan waters killed an estimated 250,000 birds and 15,000 sea otters. Climate change produced by the emission of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, which is caused by the burning of fossil fuels, also affects wildlife and the earth in general. Since the start of the Industrial Revolution in the second half of the 18th century, the levels of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere have substantially increased due to the excess burning of fossil fuels, coal, oil, and natural gas. Tabitha Alterman of Mother News stated, "Over the last century, human activities have released enough carbon dioxide and other gases into the atmosphere to raise the temperature of the earth by about 1 degree. The Environmental Protection Agency also proves that the reflective property of ice, known as albedo, has allowed the temperature of the Arctic regions to skyrocket, causing glaciers to melt and ergo, it has become a contributing factor to the significant sea level rise around the world. Furthermore, as stated by the EPA, average temperatures in the Arctic have risen almost twice the rate as temperatures in the rest of the world over the past few decades. We must take immediate action to deter from harming wildlife through pollution and global warming. Now, you may be asking yourself, how can I be more efficient to prevent the killing of wildlife and preserve the earth for years to come? Here are some easy ways which would help conserve energy, prevent pollution, and save you some money. The Environmental Protection Agency verifies that regularly checking tire pressure, using public transportation, recycling, turning off lights and appliances when not in use, and utilizing energy-efficient light bulbs are the simplest ways to reduce the level of emissions such as carbon dioxide and ozone. Also, a long-term step in conserving energy would be to purchase a wood stove and burn wood for heat instead of oil. Now, many of you might say oil is a more efficient fuel than wood, and in a minimal perspective, you would be right. However, let's zoom out and inspect this claim in a grander view. Oil, which is an unrenewable resource, costs a lot more money now than wood does, and it's currently more efficient. But in the future, it will be more scarce and ergo be less efficient. Whereas wood, which is a renewable resource, costs less money now, is currently efficient, and in the future, because we can always plant more trees, it will continue to be efficient. America is among the top consumers of oil in the world, consuming over 25% of the world's daily oil supply. Not only do our people suffer from our own energy consumption, but innocent wildlife also suffers due to our greedy nature. However, with small, easy steps, we can reduce oil consumption, save money, and help prevent pollution and global warming to preserve the earth for future generations.